in the British motor shows. We've arrived in Dorothy and already we've bumped into David.
Good morning.
With Peggy the pug, who's over there and has some new additions, so we'll take a look at that in a moment. But I was going to say, literally this minute, we turned up in the bucket in rain and now it's lovely and sunny. I'll have to apologise for the wind because it's going to be horrendous. Plus live streaming, considering Silverdale's over there and I have like 4G all the time, it's a bit sketchy here, so apologies if we start losing signal. Just send me a comment saying you're not really in sync. Let's have a wander around. So Dorothy's now got 24 months of MOT. Well, I'm not thinking straight. 12-month MOT. She's been welded and she's got the steering bar rod type thing fitted. And you will not believe the difference in driving. I mean, it's got recirculating ball steering anyway, so it's not the, what do we say? Not the most direct steering in the world, but a lot of big luxury cars did have that setup. But now I've got the bar. Wow! The difference is, well, I'll take you for a drive in it later and we'll see. So, Subarus, TVRs, Aston Martin DB5, I think. So this is the top of the event field. Beautiful backdrop. And the thing about it is, the variety of cars is quite mind-blowing. You've got everything from BMC through to some rather rare Porsches. Escorts with forest arches, MGs. I mean, there was a Mercedes-Benz Sicily van before and an L plate. Ford Corsair, I think. Indeed. So the consoles. Wow, one of the rarest cars on the planet nowadays. The Bora, which you never thought you'd say. Stags. E30 there. E30 here. 85 as well, wow. Original wheels. D-badged, so could be anything from a 325 to a 318. Porsche 911, wow. Whoa, a POW. RS Cosworth. What I'll do is a proper video later with a big camera as well, so you can see the highlights. Wandering around. Ooh. Look at the Riley ST200, right? I'll get myself in shape at some point. Currently I'm just mesmerised by the amount of vehicles. Considering it's a local show, as I've said, the variety is just, it's quite mind-blowing. Everything from like the classic Saab to that. Whoa, a Peugeot 404. Let's go and look at this. David, you seen this? Yeah, I know, I just saw it then. Let's see what it is for. Yeah? Coupe? Oh. I like the wrap look. Now back in the day, injection was a big thing. I was going to say. F. Right, what was our... Was it 73, our Land Rover? 70 sometime, isn't it? Yeah. 325 I straight 6. Cabrio E30. A lot of E30s here. Mind you, there's a few 190s and it's the same, isn't it? That is beautiful. Have you seen the design language? It looks like old school Rolls Royce, doesn't it? Beautiful car. Gotta love a pillarless coupe. Focus RS. Becoming quite rare in the world of motors nowadays. R2 Escort, vinyl roof. Oh, gear as well. Viper. 10-cylinder. Wow. Dorothy's looking pretty good. We'll get the arches done at some point, but we'll take a deeper look and see what we can find. The likelihood is I will do a live and then I'll cut it out and then do another live. So I don't inundate you for the next, realistically, 60 minutes, I'd say. This is a beautiful Riley. Wow. So Mark II.
Park up next to next Yeah, come on. The next section.
Wow. This has certainly been restored.
Oh yeah, I've got the
Bay camper. Technically a bay. But you know. Apologies for my voice. I ended up picking up a nasty bug when I was at Goodwood Festival Speed. Hence no lives this week. Just about come back. You can tell we're in the lakes when you see as many Defenders, Series 1, Series 2s, Series 3s, you name it. Even Willie's Jeep down there. Before that, I think we're going to have to quick look at this spear. Oh, this is coming right out. It's perfect. Okay. Very nice. Now this. What an interesting little move. Wow. David. Whoa, look at the movement in the engine there. Just steered up. That's pretty well timed. I think that's a, what's that? Fiat 126? Yeah. I've just noticed the boot, check. Just found his boot. Impressive. Classic Granada there. MX-5s, 350Zs. There's even some newish models here. It's peppered with classics, like the Mark 1 Escort back there. Oh, Crayford. Crayford, man. So Crayford Cortina Deluxe. Thank you for the thumbs up. If you know anybody who enjoys this kind of thing, please share. Oh, he's left his window down. Thank you.
Yeah, well, I had one. Keep on coming. This is incredible. I love it.
Oh, a load of Kia Stingers. Yeah, you said about that before, David. That 4 Stingers in one place.
I wasn't expecting to see Stingers here, but I think it's great that they are here.
I've just seen that classic Datsun in the blue. What the look at that.
Yeah.
Let's keep moving forward.
I've never seen 4 Stingers.
No, well, last time there was a couple of groups as well. Quite like the rare car type groups appear here, and they brought, what was it? Martras, something like that. So likelihood is they'll be here again. We'll just have to find them. Oh, you can buy car parts too. AC Cobra, that's probably built on something that's not, but nice looking. Traveller, Mini, MG with a number that, yeah, I'm not going to get that one, apologies.
Citroen ZX.
Wow.
Oh, that's a modern classic now.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Mini Cooper, likely 1.3 injection. Classic MX-5. Austin Princess. Or is it an Ambassador? Can never tell. No, it's Princess 2, 2.2.
Lights, I always thought were very Peugeot-ish.
They are very Peugeot-ish.
I've had that
Yeah.
slanting headlight.
Period colour, classic wheels.
Yeah, I saw that.
Ford Mustang. That's low, isn't it?
UK kit car manufacturers.
No, you're right, you don't. That's the thing about dogs. The cars that do turn up here, the kind of things you don't expect to see, and it's not because they're classed as like a rare classic car, it's just because they were such, I suppose, street furniture at the time. Like Zara Picassos, you still see those around, but you don't see ZXs. Learn to drive in a Princess. Wow, I bet that was an experience. Say that. Look at that, Mark II Escort with forest arches. I do like that. Fiesta ST or MSRT. MSRT. I don't even know. I'm trying to think. MSRT was I think it was a preferred tuner, whereas now it's part of them, isn't it? Or it's approved, whatever. Alpha Spider. Alright, can you actually see? You can hear me.
Anything modified, anything wait for the manufacturing law.
Ford Caprice, 2.8 injections. Oh, 2 litre sport. Donning some suntan oil. That's the point. I'll have to go out and get the Zara Picasso luggage trolley out and put it behind Dorothy after. That's the thing that turns most heads right. RS Turbo Series 2. I like these. I used to always want one of these. I always had Orions, but I always wanted an RS Turbo. I had those rims on, I think it was Evo. Don't see many 5s anymore. Saying that, there was one at the Leighton Motor Museum that day that we were there, which was a bit random. RS Cosy. 3 litre Sport Capri, wow. That takes me back. Fishnet Recaros. Oh. Now these are seriously quick things. Essex engines, I think it was. Mind you, they use Cologne V8s and all types of things. The thing that appealed about a Capri was the fact that it was clearly a 4-seater car. I'm sure that was in sync boot lining, wasn't it?
Now, looking for the gentleman with the Volkswagen van, actually.
Yeah, they do.
Came in under the first section. So where is he? Is he about?
Everybody, 1.3 or
Is he about
Yeah.
somewhere? He must be about somewhere.
Bonnie Motors these. I had a Sierra back. It was my first car, and it was a 4-door, and it was a 1.6L, and it did have a Cosy exhaust, and it made a bit of noise, but that was about it. But learning to drive in a rear-wheel drive car was something of an interesting thing, because everybody else had little Fiestas and that. And instead, I could either get a Mark 1 Fiesta with a Stage 2 head, or a Sierra, and Mum preferred me to get the Sierra because she knew if I stacked it, I'd be a lot better off than stacking the Mark 1 Fiesta. She was right. I did reverse it into a rock. Eek. Zodiac. A lot of cars, isn't there? That's an interesting TVR. Don't think I've ever seen one like that. Interesting colour too. So TVR standing for Trevor and Blackpool. Now the calibre of these motors, well, it kind of went down the hill a bit towards the end. I started finding things like, well, I think they knew it was dying, which was sad. Made in Blackpool, very proud. So TVR Vixen. I don't think I've ever seen one of those. Subaru BRZ. You always see the GT Toyota, but you never see the BRZ. Drove one of these 3 years ago. Drove it all the way down to SMMT, 3 up. Worst decision ever. Hell of a car. Boxer engine. So no turbocharger. Thing is, when I was driving it, I was bombing around the back lanes around here, and they're practically impossible to unhinge. And the thing about BRZ, you always see the Toyota, but you never see these, do you? I'm just glad that Subaru Press had one. But I love them. What a nice car. Yeah, a lot of people do prefer the Subaru. I mean, you've got all that, I suppose, JDM crowd going for the Toyota variant, but it was always the Subaru that stood out to me.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. BMW Z3 and a hardtop on it as well. Rarity in it. Wow. Right. Look at this Renault, David. Oh, look at that for design language. That looks like French tram.
The Renault badges.
It,
The way it drives.
oh, this a Renault 8.
Yes,
Disc brakes.
Wow.
Slows down.
I've come down 60 miles today and no problem at all. Keeping the modern traffic okay.
This is beautiful. It almost looks Soviet, doesn't it? In its like Eastern Bloc. Yeah, but yes, of course, yeah. So yeah, we're thinking this looks very Eastern Bloc. Fantastic.
Just tell us a little bit about the vehicle.
Let's have a look at the info actually. So there is. Oh my word. That looks like the original sales invoice. 700 quid. Best investment ever. 700 quid that car. Ford Escort. Oh, Escort. Looks like it's been modified as well. So 2.1 Pinto with Italian twin 48. Double carburetors, big valve head, 205 block. All the extra bits, that's, and no final price. Surprising. That'd be a damn good investment. Yeah, it is. Yeah. No, Bad Books was saying it's similar to the Skoda 110.
Oh, right.
That's what it is. It's that kind of look. It's wow. Well, I think there'll be a fair few lovers of this one. The Austin Montego. Oh, it is great leather, isn't it? MG wheels, I think, aren't they? Oh, I know they're Vanderbilt. I can tell, but they look like MGs because I think MGs. They also look very similar to the Sebrings on the Golf, with that centre cap. I think it'd be interesting to see if it fitted. To be honest. How you doing? Just admiring the Vanderbilt.
Yeah. You see too many of these, do you?
No, well that's it. And they'll all be at like the BMC show and that this weekend, won't they? And all these other various
Gaydon.
shows. Yeah, Gaydon.
Yeah, I'm going down there next week. A long drive, but
It's worth it though, isn't it? Because you'll get a lot of
it's
people love
kind
this
of
kind
unique,
thing.
isn't it?
Yeah.
They're all sort of similar cars, aren't they? Really different eras.
Yeah, and BMC owns so many different companies over the time, don't they?
Yeah.
I was just looking at the wheels of the VP. They remind me of the Sebrings off a Golf with the centre cap,
Yeah.
which I've never seen before.
Yeah,
I've never noticed that.
Tyres that are only hold to get hard.
Yeah. Basically, they're obsolete, so it's the metric tyres. So
Ah,
they
yeah.
stopped making them about 20 years ago. So I might have to get some other wheels just to sort of run it.
It's amazing how many people are doing
The
that now.
Metros, you don't see any Metros now with the original.
Metros
unless
had
it was
like,
MG.
yeah,
But any hubcaps, they
Yeah.
can't have them anymore, which is really sad.
And,
Yeah.
we've seen
definitely
it in so
keep
many
the wheels for
models.
shows and stuff.
Yeah, well that's
Yeah,
it. If you
some
keep a
people
decent
have
set
got
of tyres on
a
it.
Good set of tyres. I mean, the tyres are in good, all right condition.
Somebody should start making them again.
Yeah.
A batch.
Let's have a look at the history.
It's just getting the interest. I mean, the plastic trim on here, these were a bit daft.
84 single
I managed to get
carburettor.
15 people
Wow.
who commit to buying a
Not
set
1693.
now.
It's not particularly bad, is it?
You can get a small number of people together. You can get stuff done. Because I think the molds on these.
No, it's great. Let's see how many miles it's done. 47,000. Wow.
Which open up
Decent mileage, yes, please. Maestro Turbo next to it. Take a look at that in a moment, and there's even an estate there too. Thank you. Good old British car with the bits of wood. Ah, it's even got that smell of the classic BMC models. 5-speed manual. No, it was luxury. It really was. How long have you owned it?
Since June last year.
Oh, not that long then. Looks like we're back. Apologies. As I said, it is a bit of a black spot around here.
My dad had
Let's carry on. Tickford. Wow. I don't even know Maestro had a Tickford build. I like the body kit.
Mike, great. I'll let you get on with it. Thank you.
British Racing green, Lucas lights in the front. Looks like some kind of rally spec. It says turbo on the side, so there's certainly some BMC stuff here today anyway. Ah, right, it's the Maestro Montego Owners Club. Is it project? That's it, they're always projects, aren't they? Running in. Yeah, I like it. Let's move on. Capri 2-litre laser. TVR, not a clue. Probably one with a Ford engine with this shape. Exactly, that's all I remember Tickford Fords. I've never seen a Tickford Maestro, which completely confuses me. If anyone's got any information on that, I'd love to hear. Gonna have a look at Capri bonnet.
You get turn the English.
Very nice. Volvo being polished to an inch of its life. Quite a rare motor though. E-Type Jag. Bentley Nage maybe? Don't think it's a Brooklands. The one thing you can be sure of when you come to the Leighton All Car Show is you will walk a long way. Supercharged. I bet that does a fair old top speed. Classic hot hatch from the 90s. 91 plate. Oz Racing wheels. 1.4 turbocharger. Looks to me like it's had a stage 1 tune. But that was a really simple job on one of these. I think you put a bit of silicon sealant on something to do with the intercooler, and that was about it. But you got the cone filter on this. Show cage might look a bit. Gotta love my 90s hot hatches. A Triumph. Any ideas? There's a dot block. I need to get a shot of that on the thing. The doggy has will have a nice Triumph here. With a Ford Capri. Spider. I like these. I like the design language, the way it flows with this body line. 2-litre twin spark, so similar engine to the 147. Sounds like a Corvette Stingray to me. But I'm not going anywhere until I've seen that 300ZX LAD. Oh. This just screams out Gran Turismo to me. Wow. It's very NSX, isn't it, by its design language? You see the way it flows around. I remember seeing one of these in Cornwall. Pardon?
Well integrated that screen, which is obviously more modern.
That's it, so
The rest of it,
yeah.
but it's been well done.
Beautiful colour. The thing is, you used to see these all the time because they're twin turbo, weren't they? RB engine, Skyline type thing. The thing about them is they stood out far more. Very Japanese from the rear. And then with the T-bar as well. I remember seeing one in Cornwall once and it had, I think it was something like twin 15s on the parcel shop. It's not even possible on most cars because the parcel shop's not really big enough, but this, it was loud. and it just stood out so much. They almost look like an early concept car with the headlamps, or a bit Lotus Elan, I suppose. I can see things like 200SX style door handles. We have a P6 2 litre. Ooh, look, TVR crews here. And they're all from the Fairway Wave. There's another place. Wow. You don't see this very often. Oh my word. Look at that. Well, you think so. Or they believe in the show so much, they had to bring every TVR they owned in the crew. Or Deutsche. I never knew that Blackpool was so big in Germany. Did you? Wow. We probably came to the tower. This reminds me of Goodwood, the smell of petrol, the sound of the V8. This is the kind of thing you just don't expect to see. Well, we're certainly here at the right time then.
Morning.
How are you doing?
Thank you. Is it okay?
I was going to say, it's a fair old jaunt for you coming here, isn't it? It's a fair old jaunt for you coming here, all the way from Germany.
We're from Germany, yeah.
Yeah, that's a long way to come to Leighton Hall.
Yeah, it's right. We say it's a TVR meeting in Blackpool.
Oh, I did wonder if you were going to be heading to the tower.
Yeah, yes.
I didn't know there was such a following for TVR in Germany. I didn't know there was such a following for TVR in Germany.
A lot of, yes.
No, it's ironic. You got one of these and I've got a 230 CE pillarless Mercedes-Benz over there.
Okay, yes.
Wow. Yeah, breath taken away. All beautiful cars, so they're here. It's a group up in Blackpool. I think we might have to find out where that is, when it is, and attend. Wow. Look at this job as well. I can't tell if it's paint or vinyl or what. Driven a fair few miles on those, you can tell. Look at the brake dust. It's nice to see motors that are actually driven. It's like snakeskin, isn't it? Fun excess. Why so serious? Love it. I know that. Yeah. Space, isn't it? Right, let's continue. It's nice to have a surprise like that. I might just stay on this live, to be honest, seeing I've got signal that's holding up. It's cut out once, apologies for that. Well, I'm wetting up, just staying on. It's cut out once.
Oh, has it?
Yeah. It cut out when we were looking at Montego with the Maestro and the VP as well, so that's two Van der Plaars here. You don't normally see a Van der Plaar full stop, do you? So it's nice to see a Maestro and a Montego. Vauxhall Viva. Such simple design language. Almost at the rear as well, like Triumph Herald design. Can't speak. Just needs a bit. Union Jack towel, that's very similar to the one we got found. T25. An Atlantic edition. Chunky beast. I remember seeing one of these on the M6 once. And there was a Porsche 911 going along, and there was one of these sat right on its back end. And when you heard it, you could tell it had the 911 twin turbo engine. It's travelling along at, let's say, motorway speeds, but it looked like it was welded to the road literally. Thing is, you can put things like Subaru lumps and all types of things. Purists need not apply. No, it's very nice, this. Westphalia, so 91 plate as well, so same age as our Mark II Golf GTI Valva. Is it? Wow. Can't say that about mini T25s, can you? Yeah, you can tell. Comes out. Do you go camping in it as well, then?
I was just saying, we do 100 days in the UK and about 2 to 3 months in France. It renews all the time.
Fully standard. No, it's beautiful. Left hooker as well.
So unusual for the stuff.
Yeah, well, when we were
But I think it's German spec, isn't it?
yeah, when we it's West Bay, when we bought it, the ones we were looking at were either white or the blue colour. There's only
I've never seen this colour.
Calypso.
Oh, is it? Ah, they do a Mark II Golf GTI in that colour. Right. I don't think I've ever seen Calypso green in the metal before then, by that logic. Aftermarket Clifford alarm. Takes you back. So now you're getting an idea of the kind of vehicles that are actually here. You have everything from the MGs through to the classic Jags and the Ford. Some of the interesting things that turn up, for example, there's a Mitsubishi Starion. Take a look at that in a moment. Lee Francis. Don't see many of these. Ah, built in Coventry.
Oh wow, yeah.
The rubbish mechanic country. Price new, 1,759 quid. Suicide doors. Oh, sorry, leisure doors in now today's world.
I don't know what that's in today's money, but that sounds expensive.
I was going to say, yeah, it sounds expensive at the time. It's a bargain now, isn't it?
Yeah, that's a lot.
Best
that's
return
a lot
on
of
investment
money.
ever.
Yeah.
Jag. 3.8 litre Mark II. Very heartbeat. Beautiful car. I think they're blue wheels as well. Wolseley. A Wolseley and MG. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think they're pretty much the same body. They've just got different things like lights. 1550. If you look at the back of these.
I wasn't expecting that to be.
No, well, honestly, go and stand at the back and look at them. It's only the lights that'll get you. What are MX-5? Alfa Romeo 1300 in the Q plate. So either stolen, recovered, or rebuilt, or some such thing. Fantastic. Very Alpha racing colour as well. Have a look at this. Car built from parts essentially from the 1950s. Alfa Romeo 1290. Daimler gearbox. This has been a heck of a project. I was going to say, you can tell it looks modern, but with extras. Oh, there's a Stingray going off. The thing about this show is you don't know where to go next. So many gems catch your eye. Austin of England. I think this is the car that races around at Silverstone. Something. I really do need to polish up on my classic Austins. Is it an A something? Yeah. Yeah.
Sketchy. There's no badging on it.
No, I was going to say, normally you've got a badge and you can at least kind of wing it. Look at the wipers. Look at the wipers in the mirror. DD extras there. RS 2000. With a Cosworth engine. I do like the nose cone on these. Yeah. Jensen. What's that? I was going to say it's a bit different to the Interceptor I saw at Goodwood, I tell you. Let's have a look at the Mitsubishi Stallion. Turbocharged, intercooled, and with most JDMs back then, they like to print it on the body so you can see what you're up against. Wide body. Pop-up lights, yeah, they were outlawed in the 90s. The thing is, they always give a car character. And it looks like the nose cone, but it isn't actually. It's kind of built into the wings. Clever design, that. Retro wheels. Sort of appearing slightly. It's like stepping back into Gran Turismo, this. Can't beat classic JDM. GXL Cortina. This is in nice condition. Look at the bulkhead. Front inner wings. I'd say restored. Looks like at least a retro battery. Motorcraft. I don't see Ford Motorcraft anymore as such. Yeah, it's been retrimmed, it's been reconditioned, I'd say. Reconditioned, restored, you name it. Super unleaded fuel. Isn't that the standard then? Remarkable condition. Okay, if anybody sees anything they want me to go and concentrate on, shout. Triumph Herald. Ford Zephyr. With the fluffy dice. That's proper retro, that. I feel like I'm at a 50s diner. Wow. Yeah, I'd definitely say that's a restoration as well. Buddy Holly chilling in that rear quarter window. Look at that. Even got the tunes. Trying Spitfire. JBA. See this every year. Yeah, not really familiar with them, but I do see them a fair bit. A bit Morgan looking.
It's going to be an obsession for you.
Sorry, I'm just taking this one in. Trying something.
So it's going to be a project, is it, for you?
I'm starting to get a bit closer to Leighton Hall. Doggy, hello. Is this your car? Very nice, sir. Sleeker. Old school JDM once again. Wow. It says Gazoo Racing on it as well. Do we reckon? Oh, this is fantastic. We see this one every year. It turns heads left, right and centre. Beautiful car. Conditions exemplary, apart from the odd little spot on the bonnet. But at the end of the day, it's one of these cars that's driven, so you'd expect this kind of thing. Oh look, a shark nose. BMW shark nose collection. Sadly, I can only see one. But I love a Bavarian shark nose. No doubt Matt Beamer can tell me the designation. I just know it's a shark nose and it's an M5. So it's the old 5 Series. Oh, retro BMW jacket.
Come on, it's sports cars and convertibles. Now, Porsche house.
Sharks.
Try to go forward. Come and get some room behind you.
I like
Let
that.
me bring it forward. Just give yourself about a metre. And the Jaguar. And can you go forward?
Say it's Starlet. Oh, it's for sale.
I've got
You know,
a
someone who don't want one of those probably.
Yes. If I can.
Classic MG. Yeah, so an MG TA. So I think it's wooden construction on this. Not all of it, obviously, but bits.
Your man, where are you? Oh, there he is. Just give yourself a metre, sir, please. And the Porsche, can you do the same?
Some
Next to
MGBs.
the red Porsche.
The thing about
sir. Come in a
MGBs in
bit
this
closer,
country,
'cause I want to get many of the
especially around Silverdale, to be honest, is there were about 3 or 4 knocking around when I was growing up. So MGBs, MGB, GTs. They never lose their charm. Some kind of classic Rover.
Here you are, sir. Some over here. Going straight forward. Okay.
So Rover Coupe 3.5 litre V8. Good condition too.
Madam, now don't forget, if you
Arguably one of the best Aston Martins, the
You're coming in
DB7.
twice. Unfortunately, because of the restrictions, we can only
Yeah, and you'll look at that body and go, I know this body.
And we can't give you 3 or whatever because.
And that's because
we will
Jaguar
run out
used
very
it as well.
quickly if we did that. So we can only give
I
you
think
one
it's one of the best
exhibition
looking
pack.
cars, to be
So
honest.
if you're coming in for the 2nd or 3rd time, then.
The question is, do you have the
keep
Jag
coming, sir.
or do you have the Aston?
Coming.
That's a
Can I
personal
ask you to
preference.
go over by the Viper, sir, by the red Viper, the Austin Healey?
Triumph Salado.
Keep coming, keep coming. Brilliant, thank you. Can we
Dolomite,
ask you, Healy,
Slimmy.
have you got room to get in there by the...
Well, that's the first one wrong. Eek. Sorry, Dolomite lovers. Back when I was growing up, there was a guy that I used to know and he had a Dolomite Sprint and that thing was pretty rapid.
Now,
Twin lamps a lot. Lovely green as well. Sunbeam.
so this is
Everyone takes
supercars,
them to the
sports
Benz.
cars,
Interesting, the wheels are tucked into the
and even
arches.
cars of special interest, so let's have a
Lovely
theory.
colours, the suicide doors on the rear. You can see things like hinges in it. The characteristics of a vehicle like this. You just get the blood flowing. You know the tank's located. It's this kind of thing that excites me when it comes to cars. Like the body lines, the flow, you can see where the air flows all the way around. And it comes out of the boot. Lots of use of chrome, a bit like Lady Dorothy, but this car's a fair bit older. But that's it. Cars nowadays are full of plastic, whereas then they used a lot of chrome, polished metals, woods, even the hinges.
Now, there's opportunity, you can still come in.
Now, if you ever get a chance to come to the Leighton Hill Car Show, it is worth the trek, because a lot of these motors have come a fair way. Next 5 is the MGB. What's this? It's another Sunbeam. Oh, it's a UR Quattro, that look of it over there. Considering we've done about 1/3 of the car park, see this every year. Remarkably good condition.
That's another story.
Ooh, there's the 300 ZX wandering around. Isn't the Burble? Ooh, it's coming this way. Like jumping out in front of a moving motor. You have to grab the opportunity when it presents itself. A bit like that at Goodwood. Goodwood though.
Vehicles in the arena for me,
Not a clue on that one.
and it goes back
Lovely colour though. It's a chrome. Let's take a deeper look.
Dodge Viper. Now, there's a special Dodge Viper in the arena today because I think it's a young lady's birthday. A young lady called Abby.
Wow, never seen this one before.
Today. And I think sitting next to her is Dad.
Ah, starting to promote for the Cars at Star Show. 17th, that's not long off. Wow.
Now,